What's going on YouTube? Rabe here, and today we're going to be taking a look at LEGO Star Wars set number 75051 Jedi Scout Fighter. This set has 490 pieces and retails for $60, I believe, because, you know, Star Wars. Anyway, you get 4 minifigures with this set. You get Jek 14, you get Ithorian Jedi Master, you get RA7 Protocol Droid, and of course an Astromech Droid. These are all claiming to be new minifigs, and I guess Jek 14 is new. He's in a stormtrooper costume of some kind. Either way, I know absolutely nothing about the Yoda Chronicles. Honestly, I haven't gotten around to the show at all. But what I do know is that I absolutely adore the design of this ship. I just love it. Absolutely love it. It reminds me of the old Explorians, I want to say that the name of the theme was. There was a set in there that this reminds me of, like just the shape of the wings and the way it's kind of overall built, and I just absolutely adore it. So I went ahead and picked this up based on that alone. So that's gonna kind of be my expertise in this. So, you know, take that as you will. But either way, it looks like a really cool ship. And on the back here, it's got some of the features. You can see in the back there's a little slide out part with some lightsabers attached to it here. You've got an escape pod, very cool, coming off the front of the ship. You got the flick fire missiles, of course, the dual opening canopies. This guy can apparently force lightning some little bricks and all kinds of fun stuff, I guess. I don't know if it actually comes with these little bricks, but we'll see that in just a moment. It shows the basic design of the ship here, and I think it looks amazing. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and put this set together, and once that is complete, I will see you guys then. So give me just a moment. Okay guys, so here is the Jedi Scout Fighter, and like we always do, we're going to check out the minifigs first, and you get 4 in the set. Here is, of course, Jek 14, the clone trooper that learned the ways of the dark side. As you can see, very nice printing, really nice printing on the helmet. Definitely looks really cool, even better in person. Pop that off. Let's see, he's got some crazy Force eyes going on there, and if you flip his head around, even more crazy Force lightning face. So the printing goes around to the back as well, and he's got some sweet lightning printing on his trans blue arm there. Very cool. So that is Jek 14. Next we have the Ithorian Jedi Master, also known as the Slug Dude. So here is this guy. Very cool. I love the eyes printed on there. And he has the famous catchphrase of so very nice printing on the back as well. His whole head is just a piece. You just plug it right on, just like so. Very nice. There you go. Really cool. Next up is the, I want to say, RA7 Protocol Droid? RA7, yes. RA7. So here it is. Also very nice printing. They've got nice little kind of, not rust spots, but just wear on his body in metallic silver. Its body, I guess, and on the legs. It's kind of a bummer that the head has absolutely no printing or color on it. It tends to smack a little bit too much of the old school LEGO Star Wars with the very boring, just single color molded heads, but overall it's not bad. They just could have added a little bit of silver maybe here or there, or the eyes could have been a slightly different color, anything like that. But on the back, you get the same nice wear, silver along the plates and things like that, so Very, very cool. And of course, an astromech droid with no designation other than the title of astromech droid. You see it's basic printing, just in nice dark blue, and a really nice dark metallic silver on the top with the kind of dark beige coloring for the lights and the eyes, or whatever you want to call it, and on the back as well. Very, very cool. Yeah, so you got that. Now onto the ship itself, and it's really, really nicely designed. I really, really do like it. So you can see it is quite large, and I'm having a hard time keeping it all in frame just due to this, my own space restrictions, really. But it's very nicely, solidly built. The wings, though they can wiggle very slightly, are on really solidly, and that's a very nice touch, I think, because I was kind of concerned that the wings would be like stuck on with the ratcheted clips, and you'd have to just adjust them constantly, but that is not the case. They are on solid, so very cool. You got lasers here and here and here and here. You got these missiles that can, of course, the firing missiles, just like that, that go all over the place in this lovely ecto-cooler green color. You've got a nice turret in the back here that can rotate and lift. Yeah, so you got that going on. Very cool engines that can actually spin. I think that's a nice touch as well. These back fins, and I'll get into these in just a moment. There's a slight nitpick going on here, but we'll get into that in a moment or two. You can of course take your astromech droid and plug him in right up here, like so. And then of course around the back, very nice, around the back, you can lift this whole section up and pull this little bit out. And what you've got here is you've got storage for the lightsabers. Again, you get a nice lightsaber handle in white, just like in the Chima sets I was doing earlier. You get a bunch of these little, I forget what they're called, thermo something grenades. That's really cool. You get, I believe, 4 of them in the set altogether. And you get, of course, both lightsabers for both of the Jedi. You get a couple of containers here that house what I believe is Jack 14's like force bombs or whatever. So you get a couple of those, and I just stuck the extra thermo grenade in there. So very, very cool. Nice little storage compartment. And you just slide that right back on in, like so. Close it up, and you're good to fly off. Now, if you get into trouble, you can, of course, well, let's get our pilots in there first. So it's got a dual canopy here. It opens up. Just pop your pilots in. Jack and his buddy Snail-Eon. His name's Snail-Eon. Just stick them right in there. Bam. And you're good to go. Should trouble arise and there's problems with the ship, and your droid apparently is destroyed or can't help you, you can, of course, detach the ship to become an escape pod of sorts. So that's pretty awesome. And I guess you could escape in this and have the astromech droid autopilot this thing away as well. But it's very nice. It's on a little track system, so it stays in very, very securely and will not wibble wobble around or anything like that. So really, really cool. There are a few stickers in this set. You get the little symbols here. You get some intakes on here, which it has you put these on in the instructions like well after the wing is kind of built, but I find it a lot easier to put the stickers on the pieces first and then attach them, because it'll just have a hard time otherwise. And these guys right here. But otherwise, I think that's it for the stickers. So underneath, you can see there's really nothing going on here, and that's my main qualm with this set, my main problem here. There's no landing gear whatsoever, so you have to just kind of lay it flat on the floor or the table or whatever, and that really causes these fins to get kind of bonked out of shape when you want to, you know, have a like nice little shape for them. So you'll have to either add your own or, you know, figure something else out. Because that's really the biggest bummer. Like, you can't just put this down and have it kind of standing nicely with these kind of at the angles that you prefer them at, because they'll just get flattened as soon as you put it down. Yeah. The other small nitpick I have is this thing is not terribly swooshable. There's really not a great place to get your fingers in. You can hold it kind of like this, but there's not a lot of space in here. I'm sure if your hands are a little smaller than mine, or fingers are a little thinner, you could probably get them in there. But despite what it looks like, my fingers aren't that thick. And I think if your hands were any smaller, you might have a problem spanning this and, you know, having your fingers strong enough to hold all the areas at once. But you know, meh, that's just me. That's my personal preference. I like to be able to hold on to a ship and really swoosh it around. But other than that, I love the design. I absolutely love the design. Oh, one more nitpick. This guy has no place to go. There's room for these two and the droid here, but this guy really has no place. He can't fit in here with this stuff. You could take this out and put him in there, but other than that, he's got nowhere to go on the ship. You'll have to just like stick him on the top or something, or I guess he could sit back here and man the guns. But that's kind of silly. So yeah, there's a couple of nitpicks, but other than that, I really enjoyed the build. I enjoy the set itself. I think it's awesome. It looks fantastic. As difficult as it can be to hold, I do enjoy flying it around, because it is just one of those ships that looks so awesome. You know, the thought of it actually flying around. So very cool set altogether. It made me go actually look up Jek 14 and all of his little background. So yeah, really cool stuff. And I think that is going to do it for this review, guys. I want to thank you so very much for watching, as always. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. I've got more LEGO Star Wars coming. Stay tuned for that. I got the cantina ready to go. I just got to put it together and all this other stuff. So excellent. So yeah, thanks again for watching, guys. I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.